They're targeting civilians because they're a criminal regime. They're the arch terrorists of the world. They want to have nuclear terrorism, which will put the entire world under nuclear blackmail, and they would use these weapons. That's what the Ayatollah Khamenei says that he would do. He would use these weapons to wipe Israel off the map. Well, he's not going to. We're not going to let him. And we're in the process of achieving a tremendous victory. And our victory is aimed at those two goals. People ask me, are we targeting the downfall of the regime? That may be a result, but it's up to the Iranian people to rise for their freedom. Freedom is never cheap. It's never free. Freedom requires these subjugated people to rise up, and it's up to them. But we may create conditions that will help them do it. Our goal is twofold: nuclear, ballistic missile. We're going to remove that. We are in the process of removing this threat.
This is practically unbelievable. You know what you're seeing here? This is a rocket. You know, sometimes when you look up to the sky, when a rocket is launched, you see a very tiny thing moving, you know, very fast up there in the sky. This is SpaceX, Elon Musk, SpaceX, you know, one of the biggest, most powerful rocket ever built. In fact, it is what we call the Starship Flight Test 8, which was scheduled by SpaceX to be launched, I think, 2 or 3 days ago. Man, this is unbelievable. And as you can see, this rocket is being transported down to the star base in preparation for the launch. Man, this is once in a lifetime experience. I had always wondered whether people are actually allowed to see this, you know, to watch this from the roadside. This is unbelievable. You will never believe that a rocket is as big as it is now before being launched, you know, up there into the sky. And don't forget, just as a background information, that Elon Musk SpaceX, you know, offers launch services, you know, transportation services and launch services. That is to say that they offer, you know, services for constellation of, you know, satellites in the lower Earth orbit. And also, don't forget that Elon Musk has promised the world that he will soon take the world on a mission to the Mars. This is unbelievable.
Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi held a press briefing where he strongly condemned the attacks and blamed the United States for any response that will come.
The warmongering and lawless administration in Washington is solely and fully responsible for the dangerous consequences and far-reaching implications of its act of aggression.